Now we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, the mayor of New York has crowned Cardi B as the Queen of New York in hip-hop in a new interview that he did. Now, if you guys remember at the EBT Awards, Cardi B had signs on stage that said that she was the queen of rap, okay, which caused a lot of controversy. But the mayor of New York has given her the crown of New York and hip hop as well. He said, I do have a soft spot for Cardi B. I know. She's so New York. She's rapping about a Lambo and Hala. And it's like our dreams and our realities. I have a soft spot for her. So Cardi B and her love for FDR. Yes, you know, shout out to that. Okay. So, now a few months ago, the mayor of New York was asked Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, and he said, Cardi B, we're already teaming up with Cardi B to put out the word about the universal child care. Okay, so that was said a few months ago, but recently he had crowned her the Queen of New York. So let me know, who is y'all Queen of New York? In my opinion, I think it's evident that both parties have taken a side to which rappers they like. Okay, I think it's completely evident that there is a side, there is a divide when it comes to both parties, whether you're right or left, and who they're choosing as their favorite rapper. Now, in my opinion, I think Cardi B is being used as a puppet, but in hindsight, I do have to say that the mayor of New York is doing a decent job there. Like, I can't even front. He's doing a decent job there. But I still think that Cardi B is being used and she's a puppet. But she's not the only celebrity being used. Okay, that's what politicians do. They use celebrities for votes. Okay, because they know that they have influence. But let me know if you agree or disagree with the mayor of New York. I don't think Cardi B deserves to have the crown for New York or the crown of hip hop or rap, because at the end of the day, she doesn't have the influence and she doesn't have the talent. How you the Queen of New York? What have you done to influence the style and the people of New York? Everything Cardi B does now has already been done. She's not original. Okay. And the thing is also with Cardi B is that she steals from other artists. So I don't understand how she can be the Queen of New York. How is that possible? She hasn't done anything other than maybe turn other strippers into rappers. That's what she had influenced, you know, maybe other strippers wanting to be rappers, but she hasn't influenced talent. Okay. She hasn't brought nothing really new to the game, unless we're talking about, you know, less talented female rappers. That's what she's brought to the game, less talented female rappers. But she doesn't really have much impact on the culture. So I feel like she can't really be the Queen of New York, especially when people probably consider, most people, not all, but most people consider Camel Face to be the king of New York. It would be Camel Face or 50 Cent. She definitely ain't on their level. So she can't be the queen if Camel Face and 50 Cent are the king. That's how it goes. Now, Rihanna is seemingly confirming her pregnancy to some fans because she was spotted out over the weekend for the 4th of July. And she had this big gown on, which also confirms her hiding her stomach some way, shape, or form, because, you know, she was spotted at the grocery store with a big jacket on and it was hot. So a lot of people are continuing the rumor that she allegedly is pregnant with her 4th baby. Also, people are saying that Tiana Taylor and Ciara look better than Rihanna. that Sierra got the last laugh. Remember, Sierra and Rihanna were beefing. But fans are saying that Sierra ended up getting the last laugh because Sierra has, I think, 4 kids, right? And they feel like she's in better shape than Rihanna. That's what the streets are saying. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Now, I love Riri, and, I still don't feel like she's lost because technically she's a billionaire until the industry snatched that away from her as well. But I do feel like Tiana and Sierra are in better shape than Rihanna. That's a given. I mean, come on now. But the reason why is because they work out. You can tell that they work out actively. Like Tiana, you see her abs, you see her stomach. Like, come on now. Even Sierra's toned as fuck. Like, it don't matter how many kids Sierra has. She had 4. And she's always been toned. She's never really been out of shape after any child that she's had. Okay? And she got 4 of them. So to me, I just feel like it's the difference between somebody that does not actively work out and eat right versus somebody that does. If you eat right and work out during your pregnancy, before your pregnancy, you're going to snap back easily, right? Not saying that Rihanna has to, because she could if she wants to. Not saying she has to, but that's the difference. It's not that, Rihanna can't snap back quicker or she can't be in shape. It's the fact that Sierra and Tiana have trainers. They work out actively. They be on strict diets. And Rihanna doesn't do that because they work more than she does. Sierra went on tour. What was it, in 2024 she went on tour? Even though, she don't really sell like that. Tiana Taylor has been doing back-to-back movies. Rihanna, who is still an icon and legend in the game, she don't do half the stuff Tiana Taylor and Sierra do. She might be more successful, but they work their ass off. And that's why, they're probably more in shape. Now, moving on from that, I was going to talk about this yesterday, but, I was thinking, let me make a podcast. But then I was like, you know what? It has to be discussed now. Chelley from Love Island is getting clowned all over the internet because, unfortunately, after she turned her back on Olandria, thanks to Ace, it has been revealed that Audrina, who was also on Love Island Season 7, was set up to hook up with Ace, Chelley's ex, by Clark, who Chelley said she was very close with. She said she was close with Audrina. She said she was close with Clark. And she said she was close with Sierra. Audrina came out and basically said, bitch, we not close. That's basically what happened. She came out and said that they're not close and that Clark, I don't know if Taylor was involved, but they was trying to set her up with Ace. And Ace is her ex. They were boyfriend-girlfriend after they got out of the villa. So a lot of people feel like this is Chelley's karma. Because if you guys remember last year, Ace went on a podcast and said that, Olandria and Nick's relationship was fake, that he had, some stuff on his lips, accused him of having certain diseases. Chelley did not come out and stick up for Olandria at all. Olandria has since distanced herself from Chelley, but it looks like Chelley lost her man. Her career's not where Olandria's career is. And on top of that, it looks like she's lost 2 friends. Audrina has unfollowed her on social media. And then she unfollowed Audrina and Ace. So it looks like people are saying that this is her karma for what she did to Olandria. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. Audrina, to me, she's bad as fuck. She looked like she will sleep with her man's friends. I don't put nothing past these hoes. Okay, now, do I think that they were best friends? No. But I think that they had some sort of rapport. I think that Chelley only said that she was close to Clark and Audrina, even if it wasn't true, because she was trying to spite Olandria and her bit her in the ass. I don't feel like she was really super close with them as she was trying to say. I think she only said that because she's not close with Olandria. Olandria cut her off after what Ace did last year. Point blank, period. Now, moving on from that, Morning Dew, Donk is the newest Beyonce song that has reached the top 5 on the US Apple Music chart. She has Savage Remix, I'm That Girl, Break My Hole, Alien Superstar, Texas Boredom, 16 Carriages, Cozy, Cuff It, Jolene, Most Wanted, and Church Girl also reached top 5 on Apple Music. And allegedly the streets are saying that Morning Dew Donk will be at the top of Billboard next week, around, number 30, number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. So let me know how y'all feel about it. And if you guys believe that Morning Dew Donk is a bop or a flop for Beyonce. If it go top 30, then it's a bop. Okay, because she didn't do no promotion, no music video, no playlisting. She just did a surprise drop on, July 4th. So that's a bop. Okay, if it goes top 30. If it doesn't, then, no shade, it's a chop. Okay. But if it goes top 30, we won't have to give Beyonce her credit because it was a surprise drop and she's not doing any promotion and she usually don't. So that's a W. If any other artist did that, it would be a W for them as well. Now, it looks like Rihanna won a collaboration from Pissy Face Carisha. She FaceTimed her on a vlog she posted on social media. Rihanna be everywhere but the studio. She go to the studio like once, twice per year. But it looked like she was FaceTiming Young Toilet Seat, and a lot of people believe that she's finna give Young Toilet Seat a feature. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I can see that happening. I think Rihanna said years ago that she wanted to work with Pissy Face Carisha back when, the City Girls were still in a group. JT and Pissy Face Carisha when they were still a thing. So it wouldn't really be shocking to me. I think other female rappers probably gonna feel away. I definitely think Cardi B and Megan and a few other female rappers gonna feel a certain type of way because they've been asking for years. But it makes sense when you see how ghetto and ratchet Rihanna is. Her doing a song with Pissy Face Carisha actually makes sense. When you think about it, they both baby mamas, both ratchet and ghetto. ASAP the colorist wearing a thong on stage. Diddy wore thongs. ASAP and Diddy wore thongs. I'm sorry. But them coming together actually makes a lot of sense. Now, moving on from that, it has been rumored that there could possibly be some star-studded people and artists on The Weeknd's next album due to a lot of hints given so far. Ariana Grande teased a new collaboration multiple times on her burner Instagram. The Weeknd has posted Beyonce on his burner account. The Weeknd's producer was wearing a GNX tour shirt in the studio. And then Future has worked with The Weeknd multiple times. And then also The Weeknd's producer has now been seen wearing a Grand National Tour shirt and a Baby Keem Casino shirt this year while working on new music for The Weeknd. So it looks like the Kendrick and The Weeknd collaboration is coming, and they've already worked together twice. I believe they was on the Black Panther soundtrack together. And then also, I believe he was on The Weeknd's album. They did the song together, Sidewalks, which is fire. So I would be here for it. I think that this is an easy number one for both The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar. It's going to be an easy number one for both of them. And every time they do work together, they make hits. Okay, Pray For Me was a hit. Sidewalks was a hit. So I feel like it's definitely going to be a fire collaboration. And what I like about Kendrick Lamar is the fact that people always clown Kendrick for making quote unquote slave music, which is not the music that he makes. It's lyrical music talking about Black culture. But they always say he makes slave music, right? But then when he step into his mainstream bag, when he step into his number one bag, when he step into the pop bag, then people be quiet. People don't talk about the number ones he got with Taylor, the classic records he got with The Weeknd, even the solo number ones that he has, Humble, Squabble Up, Luther. People don't want to talk about the hit records that Kendrick Lamar be doing. They always want to talk about the slave music. But if he was always making that type of music, I don't think The Weeknd, Taylor, Beyonce would be trying to work with him. Okay, because they don't make those type of music. So it's like people can't even keep up with the lies. If he was making that type of music all the time, they wouldn't even be trying to work with him because that music don't sell. Y'all don't listen to boring hip hop, boring rap. Y'all don't listen to that. That music don't sell. But somehow, every time Kendrick drops, he sells. It's very interesting.